It is incredibly difficult to bring up my two daughters and my son by myself. I've never managed to tell them that it was HIV that took away their mother. And then I found out that Glenn, my son, is also infected. I had no hope in life.
We've had a big challenge with what I would call an epidemic. It's a monster, HIV and AIDS, which has devastated the lives of so many people. I have experienced the sting of HIV and AIDS because I lost 10 of my brothers and sisters. I consider that lack of knowledge is the main problem because not many people are able to access information related to HIV and AIDS.
When my wife fell ill, I knew nothing about HIV-related issues, such as caring for someone infected. I only knew that HIV was a death sentence for my wife and my son.
The other thing is, it's a very costly disease to treat. Because looking at the poverty situation, an average family in the village, they're able to earn less than $1 in a month.
I had so many challenges. I myself was weak, and my children fell sick often, and I did not have money for medication. It was really hard.
There are so many children who may never experience the love of a father and a mother because they've been left without parents just because of HIV and AIDS.
When I learned that my wife had passed on, I felt crushed. At that moment, life was terrible for me. And I thought, what will I do with my children? I thought I would buy poison and we'd all take the poison and die, because I did not know where to turn to.
When you go to places which have really been affected by HIV and AIDS, you cannot move a step without shedding tears. And so that is why Compassion brought in all the interventions possible to give hope to these people so that they can have chance to live.
When I go to Kabare, that doctor, when he tells me that I have AIDS, my body becomes unhappy. But when Compassion came, our body and our mind become happy.
One thing that Compassion is doing and is unique is we use churches to help us identify the sick children, identify the sick people.
By having the church involved in HIV programs, we become more and more effective because the church has got an impact on the society.
A church is a good ground in Africa to educate the masses, the congregation, to give them the dangers, the effects of HIV on communities.
The church and compassion centers, they organize the people and we go and talk to them. Then they come out and test so they can access the treatment.
They gather us in large groups in the community, men, women, and children, those who have HIV and those who do not. They give us counseling and awareness.
Compassion is actually doing a great work in trying to educate the community about HIV and AIDS and then to provide opportunity for drugs, for treatment.
Compassion has supported us with foods, with mosquito nets to keep away malaria, and most importantly, drugs to treat HIV that we might live.
The day I found out that we were infected with HIV was the darkest day of my life. But through Compassion, ARVs were made available to me and to my children.
Providing antiretroviral therapy for children can offer decades of life. They could be able to grow and live near normal lifespans.
The problem that I have found in developing countries is adherence. It is very important to teach people how to adhere to doctors' instructions, adherence to the arrangement of taking medication. Otherwise, it is a waste of time to give ARVs to people and they don't follow the instructions.
I always tell my children they should take their drugs because they will live long. Everything I have now, I owe to compassion.
And most of the family members may also be HIV positive. So we give the whole family support through giving them treatment.
I thank God for compassion every day because they have helped my mother and I with the medicine that we need.
We pay special attention to these children, even in their homes, because the person in charge of health is supposed to visit them on a weekly basis. So we do follow up so much. We want to know how they are growing.
The thing that touches my heart is that Compassion cares about us. They check in on us to make sure that we are healthy, taking our medicines, eating well. They give us a lot of counseling and moral support.
They have taught me many things about HIV. I've learned about proper nutrition for my children, as well as how to care for my family's medical needs.
I feel so happy when I see the transformation that has really taken place in the lives of these people. They are no longer withdrawn, they are part of the community, they actively get involved, they go to church together, and they really feel so free.
I am what I am because of compassion. That is where hope began for me. Now I know that me and my children will live a long time until God calls us.
Compassion is assuring me that my life, the walk that I am walking, the difficult moments and the hard times, that we are not alone, that we are with them. So the project has made our lives bright again when I thought our lives were over.
Because of what I have learned from Compassion, I now know I can take care of my children, and I have hope for the future.
I just pray for Compassion, that they will be blessed with more resources so that more people like me and Glenn can be given hope to live and to live well.